All right, for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at something pretty fun. If you've watched this channel at all, you'll know that I'm a huge fan of bots, the little collectible transformers that turn into basically everyday objects. And today I'm going to be looking at something that I'm fairly certain is one of the main inspirations for the creation of bots. This is a 1987 McDonald's Changeable. Basically, McDonald's had a Happy Meal promotion in 1987, and they've done this several times since then. But the original one was in 1987, which is basically just a bunch of McDonald's fast food items that transform into little robots. And this is one of the ones from Series One. I thought no better place to start than with the Big Mac itself. They eventually ended up getting names, but in Series 1, they were just named after the food item that they are. So this is just Big Mac. But yeah, it's a pretty good little Big Mac mode. I got a few of these guys off eBay. This one has some weird sort of like stain on top, but that's just this one individually, not all uses of this mold. But yeah, it's a pretty good little Big Mac. Some nice detail there. It's definitely a bit like smoother than like the bots designs, which were more like granular sort of detail work there. Here he is with his spiritual successor, Burgertron from the bots, and you can see definitely the same sort of idea here. This one works better in some ways. This one works better in others. This one has like a lot more like texture work, so it's not just this like smooth plastic, but this one's a bit more of like a cartoony kind of burger. But yeah, to transform this guy, it is dead simple. You just take the top bun here and pull it up and then angle it back, and then take these two side sections and rotate them down to create arms. And there you have Big Mac in his robot mode. And yeah, it's definitely a different vibe from bots. It's just like kind of more of like a robot inside a hamburger rather than a robot that becomes a hamburger. But it works well enough. It's kind of a cool little design here. And the mechanism is just like, it's really simple and really satisfying to just kind of quickly transform back and forth, which is something that like, bots being a bit smaller and made out of this, I guess gummier, rubberier plastic. Um, a lot of them tend to be kind of fingernail pain, so they don't have quite that like satisfying transformation. This one in particular is fine, but some of them they tend to be a little like less like little fidgety satisfying items and more just like kind of a pain to transform them. I still love them, but I think these guys are definitely take the cake in terms of ease of transformation, just being satisfying and clicky, just being the kind of plastic that they're made of and being that bigger size. But yeah, there they are together. Obviously, very different design aesthetics, but I'm pretty convinced that these guys were definitely a big inspiration for the creation of bots. Because, like, even in Series 1, we have this whole greaser gang from the bots that turn into these fast food items, and they definitely feel like spiritual successors to the Changeables line. But yeah, he's a pretty cool little guy. I mean, articulation, you're not getting a whole lot. Like, his arms can rotate, and then I guess you can kind of bend him back and forth. You could say, I guess that's an ab crunch. But, like 2/3 of the robot is pretty much just the Big Mac mode. Like, all of it kind of comes out of the bun. So, he's more of like a hoppy robot kind of thing. But I like him. It's a nice design. But yeah, if you enjoyed my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I do reviews every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I think I'll look at these guys for the next few Tuesdays and Thursdays. I only have 6 of them, so it won't be too long. But if I get any more in the future, then I'll definitely review them as well. But yeah, here we have McDonald's Changeables Series 1 Big Mac from 1987.